My name is Latanya M. Tibbs, better known as Ms.Unorthodoc, the Nonconformist Healer. What do I do? Wow. Let me try to narrow that down. Well, what I do is I really focus on helping and empowering women to pretty much go within. And that could be anywhere from career to dating to emotional healing. It really just depends on the topic. So instead of actually what we end up doing is uses different vices on the outside of us, I help them go within. It's amazing that you would ask me, why did I decide to call myself that? Actually, what I do, one of the services that I actually offer is called manifestation coaching. And of course, we got a lot of coaches for different things. I'm a true believer that everything that you need, especially for this earth, is within you. So I actually take on about 8 women a month, and we actually do a collab group coaching. Then I do one-on-one. And one of my clients ended up calling me that. She was like, what you make me do is think outside the box. Like there's no box there. And so you don't conform to what society says. I was the rebellious child. I'm a child of 8. I'm in the middle, and I have 5 sisters. And so I was that child, that got beatings frequently because I'm going to do the thing, and I'll take the repercussions of what it is, but I did it. And by me or by my mom allowed me to continue that up, it allowed me to be an awesome entrepreneur. It's because I challenge my clients to go against the norm. I challenge those things that people may have passed down, because then we get a lot of people who feel like because somebody of a certain age told you something, it's valuable. Okay, well, a lot of times if it didn't work for them in 1971, it ain't gonna work for you in 2019. And so what we have to do is we have to detox a lot of those old things. We have to really learn how to be led by our spirit. Most of the time, God speaks to us for men out their gut, and then women intuition. And so what I like to do is take you back to that, so that, because see, what ends up happening when you second guess that still small voice, you end up paying for it. And you can go back to and say, you know what, something told me to do this, or something told me not to go. And so what I like to do is take people back to that and get comfortable, because that's your protection. That's a direct connection to your protection. There's a mindset of survival that you have to have when there is any type of violation that goes on. You have to literally thrust yourself into a zone, a safe zone, so that you won't go crazy. And I've read of stories. I've actually visited different hospitals where women have my same story, but they didn't make it. They snapped, or they end up doing the same thing to children or something like that. And so what actually happened is in the midst of that type of trauma, I was into, because see, what your abuser normally does is he favors you with gifts. And so a lot of times it would be money, or it would be, different things. And so I started liking the money. So I was like, okay, well, what is it that I could actually do? And then I was a good dancer, and I was in shape. So I was just like, you know what? And I remember one time, and in DC, we have a lot of different clubs. And I remember one time with one of my girlfriends, I knew she was a dancer, but I never judge people. So I'm gonna hang. If I'm your friend, I'm loyal to you. That's what we gonna have. So one night she was like, I gotta go past this club and I gotta pick up something. But it's a contest night, and the only thing that you have to do is dance off a song for an hour, and you can win $500. Well, I did that, and I won $500, and I was like, how many times a month did they do this? I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not gonna lie, it was fast money. And then, and being as though, of course, at that time I didn't have a salon, and I wanted to have a salon. So what basically happened, I was actually living in California at the time, and I was traveling back and forth, being a part of different events, shows like that. And so a young lady who owned very well known hair salon here was like, if you want to come and work here, we could talk about doing that. She felt like I was very valuable to the team. And so long story short, we kind of did a little contract. This is what I needed in advance to come, or whatever the case may be. Got here, made the transition, moved here. Long story short, I actually started working for her. And what started happening, because I would use all natural everything from herbs to fruits. So eventually what her clients would start doing is taking my card, calling me like, I want to make an appointment with you. So she started seeing that. So within a 6-month period, she started losing clientele. So one day I came in on a Sunday. Nobody works on Sunday but me. Came in on a Sunday, and there was a sticky note on my station. You know, we need to have a meeting. And Spirit already told me, oh, you about to be out at the end of the day. Now at that time, she actually offered me a room in her house. So I was like, so by that time I wasn't in the ghetto no more. I would actually ride to work with her, had a nice room, pretty much safe. So when they had the meeting, they basically said, well, you know, we don't think you're a good fit here. I think I had maybe $1,000 saved up. So I couldn't have no place to stay. So I was like, okay, well, let me go to the airport. So I ended up eventually going to the airport. And I was in there for about 30 days. So I would go into the bathroom, wash up, hopefully nobody comes in there. And then I would spend time in the chapel praying. And so I would go, you know, and then from time to time I would ask people for a change or whatever the case may be. And Wendy's, I ate off their dollar menu for probably like 30 days. I ended up going to a shelter in Forest Park called the Calvary Refuge Center. I will never forget that place. And now, mind you, hairstylists, we have all designer clothes. So I'm wearing designer shoes. I got Chanel bags. I got MCM. And they looking like, when I come to the shelter, like, is she a secret shop? What's she doing here? Because ain't no way she homeless. And at that time, I had written my first book. So I had my books in my bag, and they was, you know, of course, when you stay in the shelter, they always in your stuff. And so I was there for 21 days. But in the midst of that, I was like, okay, God, it's a purpose why I'm here. So what I started doing was I started teaching on Wednesday night, Night of Hope. And I started showing them, you know, this is just an event in your life right now. You can do X, Y, Z. I was just letting them know just a month ago I was here, you know, with this. And so God began to show me that I brought you here because I have people assigned to you. And I want you to feed them healing. I want you to show them that this is only this a current situation. You don't have to stay here. Oh, what advice could I give to other women? Go within. Do not second guess your intuition. It will never steer you wrong. Focus on it. Whatever. If he say go, go. We are all uniquely crafted. There's not two of you on this earth. You're one of a kind. And if you understand that you're one of a kind, there's nobody on this earth can do what I can do the way I do it. So we don't have to be envy and jealous of each other. Why? It's something that God called you to do, and that was the reason why your mother and father getting together to birth you.